Okay, so let's get started. Lay these cards down real quick for y'all. Very nice cards for the 15th through 30th. It looks very, very good. Now, some of you guys could be experiencing a little bit of financial difficulties right now. You may be losing a job. You may be turning down an offer that is coming towards you for whatever reason. I think a lot of this has to do with seeming like, you're turning down an offer of a job. You may have gotten a new offer. It may have took a while for this offer to come in towards you, and it's like soon as you get this offer, something happens to where you have to turn this offer down. And I feel like it's because, there are some family woes that's going on around you right now, especially if you're in a personal relationship with someone that you've been with for, I'd say, 10 plus years. This is for the ones that have really been in a situation for a very long time, up to 10 years with someone that you've built a family foundation with, and it's crumbling down. Don't worry about that though. Yeah, you may have to turn down a job offer. A lot of you guys, including myself, have just received job offers where are due to start jobs in the near future, but you have to turn them down. Why? Because you have to make a change in your life now. You have to make a change in your life because this family foundation that you thought that you built, that you thought was going to be on a solid foundation, that you thought was going to be your end all be all, is crumbling down. And that's a challenge for you. Because as I know, Geminis don't like to give up on things. You put your heart and soul into everything that you do. You give 110% at all times. And even when you see that you're failing, you will still sometimes self-sacrifice and try to keep going and try to keep putting things out there even if you know that they are going to fail. So I feel like you've run across a family situation that ain't working for you anymore. It's time, and this can be in any family foundation. It can be in a personal relationship. It can be in a family relationship. Something has just came crumbling down that is causing you to have to change up your whole peripheral of what you saw life to be. Don't worry about it though. You got the Wheel of Fortune in your foundation. This is a karmic cycle that you're going through. This is certain things getting ready to turn into your favor because you have made these decisions that you know that you need to make. You did not let these things hinder you or detour you from what it is that you're supposed to be doing. It's just the cycle of life. And you're hitting a cycle. And maybe it's time for you to end the cycle. But understand, with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, in the upright, it will turn in your favor. Things will start to look a little brighter. You might have to just leave some things behind. Now, I do see in your recent past, there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of clarity that you had. There's just a lot of things that you were starting to realize about this foundation that you built, this situation you built, these people that you were around. You may have been in communication in your recent past with a lot of people. It was just certain things that you were starting to realize about a situation that you knew it was time for it to change. But I just think that you were not quite ready for these changes to come about. I think a lot of you guys was just really waiting for spirit, the universe, to come in and make those changes happen for you. But now they're here. So you can walk away with your head held high, knowing that you went through your karmic lessons and knowing that things are going to turn in your favor. Now, what's crowning this situation, what I think that you guys are thinking about the most is this emotionally manipulating person that you may be dealing with. Now, this could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Or this person just embodies a lot of different watery energy, especially emotionally manipulating. A person that will try to tear you down if they can't have their way. They will try to make you feel less than because they themselves are feeling inadequate. I just really feel like, this person is really got you in your head right now for whatever reason, which we will see in quite a bit. And I feel like a lot of you guys are feeling a little bit of, hesitancy. Well, what should I do with this person? Should I continue to deal with this person? They're heavy on your mind. You think about this day and night. Now, your near future has the Hierophant. So, I do see that, yeah, you had to drop some things. You had to let some things go. But there are better things coming for you. There are new commitments coming. There are going to be new situations, new foundations, new things that will be built on solid ground. So you do not have to worry about, oh my God, I had to let this go. Because there are new things coming in for you. And there could be a key person, maybe a Taurus person, that will help you see your way. Help you get places that maybe you thought you never could get before. But this person is here. These situations is here. These commitments are here in your near future. We just got to drop these situations that it is that we're dealing with that no longer serve us. Now, this is very, very relieving energy because, like, when you're looking at this situation, you see and you understand for yourself that there is a time where there will be no more confusion. There will be no more numbing the pain with various substances so that you ain't got to go through these situations no more. You're coming out of that energy. You no longer have to do that. And that's a good thing. Where other people in your life, other people around you may be looking at you like you've just grown cold. They may be feeling or looking at you like you have done them an injustice because you're pulling back on certain energies. You don't want to deal with certain energies. You just like, I will pass. trying to change my life. I want to go in a different direction. I'm not dealing with you anymore. So this is how everybody's looking at you right now. Meanwhile, you knowing that you letting go of certain burdens, certain energies that you have put yourself into, and you have gave your all into these situations. You have put so much into these situations, and it's just like, you finally free of these burdens. You ain't got to put so much energy into these things. Sometimes, like I said, as Geminis, we will give our all into a situation. We will give 100%, 110%. Even if we're not even receiving anything in return, even if we ain't even getting half of what we deserve, we still will take on burdens that we already know gonna drag us down, gonna have us feeling some type of way. But because the goodness of our hearts, we'll take on that stuff. No more. And I think you're starting to see the sun is finna shine again on Geminis. If you have been feeling any type of loss, any pain, any disappointment, any type of despair, that is finna go. You end the month off with the Chariot card. You are now ready to move forward and think about it. We are in Cancer season. There could also be a very influential, very important Cancer individual that can have something to do with this whole movement forward. But we are moving forward. We are not looking back and feeling remorseful or feeling sorry for anybody anymore. Because we don't need that energy bothering us. We don't need that energy in our space. We don't need that energy trying to hold us back from the things that we try to achieve. Because one thing I can say about Geminis is we try to achieve great things. We try to achieve our dreams to the fullest. And not afraid to communicate about what it is that we want and how we want things to go. And I just feel like you've had people or a person that has been trying to stop you from seeing your potential for a very long time. And it is now time for you to leave that situation alone. And I feel like a lot of us had to go through these things because there were certain things about these situations or these people that brought triggers to our lives. karmic situations that we had to clear, that we had to go through these problems and go through these issues because we ourselves needed to see, you know, certain things about ourselves that needed to change. And we passed the test. Oh boy, did we ever pass the test. So with this loss, yeah, you got to turn down a love offering. You got to turn down a job offering. It probably was not even going to be a good match for you anyways, with the Two of Cups being in reverse. It probably wasn't even going to be the right thing. You probably was going to end up quitting anyways. You probably wasn't even going to deal with this anyways once you just got into the thick of it and realized what it was. Family foundations falling down around us. But it's a lot of things coming out from you, from these people. It's a lot of things being said. Stuff that people have held in for a long time. Stuff people did not really want to say. Stuff people that were contemplating on. You know, just little things, big things, whatever things are, they're coming out. People are speaking their truth. You also could have a Virgo in your life that could be, you know, having some things to say. Being mad because, you know, it's not in their favor. This situation ain't working out for them in their favor. So, yeah, you can have people mad at you, but who cares? Because at the end of the day, your foundation is going, the turn is going in your favor. Your foundation is going to be big. It's going to be hard for you on an emotional level, Gemini, but don't let that stop you. Because I feel like on an emotional level, you are tied to a lot of different things, especially if this is family. You're tied to a lot of different things. You might have a hard time walking away from these things on an emotional level. Certain things that it's time to let go of, but Spirit is telling you now, it is time for you to walk away from these things. They don't no longer serve you. They're not for your highest good anyways. Let them go so that you can be able to see your true potential. All of the things that you was getting in the past, all of the things that were coming to you in the past, probably did not go in your favor. All this communicating, all of this, you know, clarity that you was getting, probably just made you realize that you was putting your cup in a situation, trying to fill it up, where there probably was a hole in the bottom of the cup. As you're trying to feel and continue to feel the situation, everything still just keeps crumbling down, keeps falling out. It's just nothing. It's never full. Dealing with a person that's just never satisfied, never happy with anything that you're doing. So what do? You keep trying to feel until you get this clarity like, well, it doesn't matter what I do. This ain't gonna work for me. So now you're sitting here thinking about this loss. Thinking about this emotional manipulating person that basically you gave your all to. You gave them everything you had. You put all your eggs in their basket. And it just did not turn in your favor. It didn't turn in your favor. But what I'm really seeing now with your foundation is you do get to start anew and build something more solid. Come together with other people and actually, you know, make solid foundations in your future. Might be a little bit slow. Might not go as quickly as you would like for it to go, but it is going to move. It's going to be stable. If you are dealing with a Taurus individual, you might be a little bit stagnant with this person. This person may not be moving the way that you want them to move. If this is a commitment that you're dealing with or a job situation that you're dealing with, it might not move the way you want it to move. It might not go as fast as you want it to go. But it's still a solid situation nonetheless. It's a solid situation. I think Spirit slowed you down, or maybe, you know, you had a demotion in some type of way so that you could look and decide, well, do I need to revise my plan? Do I need to make a better plan? Do I need to make a more solid plan in this situation? The Hierophant is in the upright. Maybe you need to take a break from this person. Maybe you need to go and get perspective of how you need to learn how to be within this company, within this business, within this commitment. You had to go learn. You had to go take some time to yourself so you could figure out what was going on. But now the confusion is gone. The Knight of Swords, you ready to dive straight ahead into what it is that you know that you're supposed to be doing. If you're supposed to be leaving something behind, you know it's time to just go straight into that path. It's time to go. And that's the greatest thing about what is going on here. Yeah, everybody else looking at you like you a problem for them. You're not making things easy for them. Things seem to be hard for them. Because you're not saying what they want you to say. You're not doing what they want you to do. So yeah, they feeling like you got problems. You creating problems for them, hurdles for them. But what they don't realize is that they created these things for themselves. When they decided to treat the Gemini like she wasn't anything or he wasn't anything. When they decided to not appreciate the Gemini. You created this coldness. You created this fire that burns inside that's just like, hell with you. And so now that you are putting these burdens down, it's going to hurt. I ain't even going to lie and pretend like it's going to be a situation that you're going to have an easy time getting over. You're going to dwell for a little while. Maybe 2, maybe 3 months, you're going to dwell. Like, why didn't this work out the way I wanted it to? Why did this have to fail? But don't dwell too long, Gemini, because there is 2 functioning cups that you still have to lead the way with. There's still a solid situation that you can go back to, that you can deal with, that you can have, that will be yours, that will fill your cups, that will make you happy. You just got to move forward. Cut communications off with certain people. Now, in the month of July, there may be, the rest of this month, it may be a little bit of delay in communication or travel for a while. It may be. Because I think Spirit really wants you to understand that there are just some things that you have to re-examine before you can move forward in the path that you want to move in. You got to get clear on some situations, on the outcomes of them, and stay clear. You can't keep wavering back and forth in your mind. 1 minute you're going to do something, the next minute you fall back into whatever it is that something or someone wants you to do. So once you get clear, I think you move forward the way that you need to move forward. It's always hard, especially when you've been dealing with a family situation for a while, and then people just disappoint you real, real hard, This definitely has something to do with a relationship, a long-standing relationship. It's like, once you delete some things in your life, there's going to be someone that's going to be there ready to love you, that you can have a happy family with, that doesn't have any financial constraints. There's going to be somebody for you. So if you're leaving one thing and you're wondering if you're going to have what you want when it comes down to love, you will. Just be patient. Get through the hurdles that you need to get through. Do the things that you need to do for yourself. Don't worry about anything else right now. The rest of this month is time for you to figure out what it is that you want and who it is you want in your life. Point blank, period. That's what time it is. Don't let nobody hold you down. Don't let nobody emotionally manipulate you. Don't let no one tell you that what you're doing is wrong. A lot of you guys may have met someone during the 4th of July holiday. or there's just some time where you're needing to, you know, go and get away and take a break, go on a holiday or something like that. Because right now what is going on with Geminis is, you know, you're praying hard. You got a lot of affirmations going on with you. You're wanting to manifest this perfect soulmate into your life, and I feel like you will. All you have to do is come out of this cocoon that you've been in, actually get out there and flirt and mingle with other people, and you'll see this come to pass. You really will. You just got to make the decision to come out of that cocoon. Come out of that emotional despair. Let go of all that stuff that happened in the past, because it don't serve you no more. The will is in your favor. You will have everything that your heart does desire this time. You're building solid foundations for the future. No matter how slow, you're building them. So, enjoy the rest of you guys this month. If you need a personal reading within the next few days, you can email me at ivycola2@gmail.com. I will be available for the next 4 days. I think I'm going to take a break for Saturday and Sunday. Well, the next 3 days. I think I'm going to take a break for Saturday and Sunday because I will be in the process of traveling. So, the next 3 days, you need a personal reading, email me, ivycola2@gmail.com. I really, really appreciate you guys so much for the continued support. Like, share, and comment on these videos. If you don't want to subscribe, there's no need to subscribe, because your comments and the likes and just you viewing my video, it helps me out a lot. It makes me feel like I am achieving the things that I want to achieve here on this platform. So y'all have a safe rest of the month, and y'all be good. Talk to you later. Bye.